The 2018 Australian Open quarterfinals are set, and over the next 2 days, 8 players will be battling out for the semi-finals. So I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on who I think is going to win. So guys, hello, this is Elliot from Card Hunter, and once again I'm very sorry for not doing video in a while. I just haven't had time at all, but now I'm back and I'm going to be doing, as I said in the intro, a preview and predictions of what I think some of the matches here at the Australian Open are to come. And I'm going to be starting off with the men's singles quarterfinals on the top half of the draw. So I think it's safe to say that the top half of the draw is slightly more predictable than the bottom half. So if we have a look at the matches here, the first quarterfinal, which is absolutely as seeded, is Rafa Nadal, the number 1 seed, taking on Marin Cilic, the number 6 seed, if I'm correct. Yes, I am right. And yeah, that one I think we saw coming, really. I thought it was either going to be Nadal versus Cilic or Nadal versus Carreño Busta, who Cilic actually beat in the last round in 4 sets. And it was quite close. Most of them were tie-break sets. But this is going to be a close match, which the court surface at the Australian Open is actually a very similar surface to when they last played, which was in Shanghai last year. And I just think that Nadal, the way he's been playing at the moment, he's been hitting it very hard and trying to hit a lot of winners because of his knee problem. And if he's playing 2 long matches in these conditions, he's just gonna not be able to play properly, and Cilic will be able to take advantage of that. So Nadal's playing some smart tennis, but Nadal hasn't actually played a big server apart from maybe Leonardo Mayer in his second round. But compared to Cilic, Mayer has not got enough variation or power on his serve than Cilic does to trouble Nadal. But I think if Cilic can get his first serve in and hit those ground strokes hard and keep the points short, or try and rally with Nadal and make Nadal's knee feel unsafe, then I think Cilic could possibly have a shot at this. But I still think Nadal's going to come through because the way he's been playing at the moment has just been out of this world. So I think, even better than last year. So I think for that one, I'm going to go with Nadal in 4 sets. But 4 or 5 sets, I'm going to probably go for. The next quarterfinal on the top half of the draw is Grigor Dimitrov, which I expected him or Kyrgios to get through, which they played in the 4th round. So I thought Dimitrov, I slightly would edge Dimitrov. And Dimitrov's playing against Kyle Edmund, which would be a great match for certainly British tennis, because Kyle Edmund's playing amazing at the moment, even beating Kevin Anderson. But I've got to say, this is going to be a very interesting match. Probably a little bit more interesting than Cilic and Nadal. It's going to be a lot longer points and probably a more competitive match. Dimitrov hasn't been playing fantastic. His first round match, he played against Denis Novak, which he didn't drop a set, but he played very well. Second match, he played an epic 5-set match against McDonald. Third match was against Rublev, and that was a 4-setter. And I thought Kyrgios been playing amazing. He even beaten Tsonga in round 3, and I thought Kyrgios is playing well. But I still thought that if Kyrgios wasn't up to the challenge, if Kyrgios was going to play slightly passive and get annoyed, Dimitrov's that sort of player that's not going to get away with it, and he's going to win by that. But yeah, I just had a feeling. I was watching some of the match yesterday, and I had a feeling I saw Dimitrov was a set up, and I just didn't see Kyrgios trying as well as he should, and he just has that lapse that he does in a lot of when he does really well in the early rounds, and then he gets to the top, and then he just has a slight lapse. It's just a shame, because I think he's got a lot of talent in the years to come, but Dimitrov really showed his class in that one, despite losing the 3rd set. And Kyle Edmund's been playing well. He's played 3 5-setters, round 1, round 3, and round 4. But straight sets in round 2, but I think he's been playing well. And their last match they played very recently was in Brisbane, and this is going to be a tough one. It's very similar surface, and Dimitrov won that. I think Edmund probably would have won if he hadn't ever hurt his ankle, but I think Edmund's he's that sort of player like Hyun Chung, who I'll get on to later, who beat Novak Djokovic. Edmund saw that player who can take the racket out of your hands if you're not playing your best tennis, like Dimitrov hasn't. So I think Dimitrov's going to have to up the level a lot more than he has, because these other players, I think the only other player, apart from Kyrgios, who Karl Edmund plays very similar to, that Dimitrov has played, is possibly Andrei Rublev, who has a very powerful serve and very powerful forehand or third shot. And I think if Karl Edmund can have enough variety on his serve and on his forehands and keeps hacking it away at Dimitrov's single-handed backhand, I think Karl Edmund could win this. If I was to have one final prediction on this match, I would say Grigor Dimitrov in 5 sets. If not, I'd go with Karl Edmund in 4. So to round it all off, I'm going to go with Karl Edmund in 4 sets. And this is risky, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dimitrov won. But I think I'm going to go with Karl Edmund because he's been playing brilliantly. So on to the bottom half of the draw for the next 2 matches that are going to be happening. So as we move on to the bottom half of the draw, this has been very unpredictable, especially on the top quarter of the bottom half of the draw. I don't think anyone probably could have picked at the start that Tenny Sandgren would be playing Hyun Chung. I mean, I thought Chung would have a good run to at least the 3rd or 4th round, which he did, and I thought, I mean, I would have loved to see Alexander Zverev versus his older brother Misha Zverev in the 3rd round, but I had a feeling that if Chung beat Misha Zverev, he would have a decent run, and but when he came up against Alexander Zverev, it was a very interesting match because I was actually watching it Saturday morning. Zverev, I turned it on about I think it was late in the 4th set, and Zverev was complaining about something about it was too dark and he wanted the lights on, and he really had a lapse in concentration then, and Chung really took advantage of that. And I think as soon as it got to the moment where Zverev had the lights on, I think Chung might have been at least a break-up. I think he'd got the first game and the first break in the 2nd set, the 5th set, and from there it was too late. Chung was just playing too well, and Zverev was his mind was very clouded, and I think it was just Chung was playing out of his skin, and managed to win 6-love in that last set. So, and then Chung, just today, he managed to beat Djokovic, and in straight sets, actually. I had a feeling that Chung was going to push Djokovic to 4 sets. I thought Djokovic was going to win 3 or 4 sets, possibly 5, but Chung, I think, to beat Djokovic in straight sets, even though Djokovic has had an injury, Djokovic hasn't had easy players. He's had Donald Jung, who can be very troubling. He beat him in straight sets in the 1st round. He played against Gael Monfils in the 2nd round. I knew Monfils was going to push him, but didn't think he was going to beat him because Djokovic's record against Monfils is amazing. Don't think Monfils has ever beaten him. He might have beaten him once, but Djokovic has played very well. Then Ramos Vinolas, who beat Andy Murray this last year, and nearly beat him twice on clay. Djokovic beat him in straight sets. So I thought Djokovic was going to have a run to at least the semis or possibly the final and win it. But Chung really showed his class there and managed to come through. Okay, guys, so we come on to the final match, final quarterfinal, that will be happening on Wednesday, which will be featuring the man, defending champion, Roger Federer, taking on Thomas Berdych. And I really didn't think didn't mean to write him off, but I really didn't think that Berdych was gonna come through this far, especially with the likes of Del Potro and Khachanov and Fognini and Goffin, who are very, especially Fognini, unpredictable player. Goffin and Del Potro especially, I thought, could easily trouble Berdych, and even Berdych's first round match against Alex de Minaur, who's been playing like an absolute demon throughout the whole Australian Open series swing. In Brisbane, he had some good wins against Milos Raonic, and he played very well in Sydney and got to the final and lost to Medvedev, who Chung actually beat. And yeah, I think Berdych to get to the fourth round is a big thing for him, and Fognini is very unpredictable, and Fognini could easily beat Berdych, but Berdych won very easily. It was something like 6-1, 6-4, 6-4, I think, so that's pretty convincing. So yeah, Berdych played very well there, and his opponent is Roger Federer, the number 2 seed and defending champion. Federer hasn't dropped a set yet. He's been playing amazing, and yeah, I think I'll probably pick Federer for the title if I had to go that far. But it's going to be a replay of their last year's third round match, where Federer really probably turned the screw to kickstart his season off amazing, like he did last year. So yeah, this is going to be another, not an easy match. I think Berdych could possibly get a set off him. I think Federer's going to win straight sets. I think this is going to be probably not the easiest, but it's going to be the easiest scoreline in all of these quarterfinals. But I think Berdych could probably get 1 or 2 tie breaks. Possibly Federer could win 3 tie breaks. I think there'll definitely be a tie break involved. Not as easy as last year. Berdych has definitely got a better mindset this year, but I think Federer's going to come through in 3 sets. So yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this Card Hunter Does Predictions with Elliot, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please come back on, today's Monday, so please come back Wednesday, and I will be doing the semi-final predictions for the Australian Open men's singles. Please come back on Saturday as well, and I'll be predicting the men's final. So thank you for watching, and I will see you Wednesday.